Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream. Thank you for the bananas in chat. My lovely internet connection decided to poop out right as I started to stream, which is unfortunate, so I've had to restart it, and now I'm all out of sync. I've got to reset all of my streaming stuff because it's all been broken. Brilliant. Anyway, I think that's just about everything reset. So my apologies. Also, thank you for all of you for sticking around. Having some issues there getting started. We also listened to a little bit of John Coltrane in the pre-stream. Yeah, My Favourite Things was the name of that song. 14 minutes long. I thought, do you know what? I want to play this song, so I'll get all of my getting ready stuff and make a cup of tea while that song plays. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Some of you were pointing out it sounds like The Sound of Music. And The Sound of Music actually gets its song from Coltrane, so there you go. Anyway, check this out. Asuma server 1.8 point Asuma. There's Mace right there. So anyway, we've got a list of things I want to do in today's stream. So let's log in and start doing them. Alright. So first things first, I want to grab me a name tag. Wow, we've got 2 stacks practically. And just see, because I got this comment, I want to just see if we can do this. A name for my mule, our horse that we got. ASF says, you should have played Opeth. I could have played many different songs, but I should play some Opeth at some point. So Sam Mule L Jackson. Now, for some reason, I didn't think that would fit on a name tag, but it does. Samuel L. Jackson. That's brilliant. We got a name for our mule. Now, if only we could figure out a way to name tag it. You can, if this thing's gone through a portal and then you push it back into... Actually, that's... No, I'm not going to do that because those portals are too wide. I was going to say it's not terribly difficult. If I were to ride it through a portal and then on the other side push it into the portal, it wouldn't go back through straight away, and therefore I should be able to name tag it. Oh, apparently that works. What? Shouldn't that have got me on top of it? Sweet. Why did that work? That's not supposed to work. Ponybutt says that's an amazing name. It is. It is. I really should have taken down the person who came up with this, their name. I just sort of read the comment and said thanks. That's a good idea, and wrote it down. Sam Mule L. Jackson here with us on the server. It's the real Sam Mule. Oh, that's great. I love that. That's hilarious. Alright. Will your mule help you fight snakes on a plane? Says Fenris. Also... Oh, it's Fenris. I thought that was Fenris, like from Dark Throne there for a second. I was like, nice name. Yeah, Snakes on a Plane. That's a hilarious movie. That started over a internet forum, by the way. Right, so that is one of the things on our list crossed off immediately. Brilliant. We're making progress here by naming animals after movie stars. Estelian... Oh no, you're talking to someone else. Okay, you guys often are answering questions for people. Thank you as always. Caden Thomas says he looks like chocolate. He does, he's a chocolate horse. He doesn't look very furry, does he? He does look a bit chocolatey, I've got to say. Chocolate horse. Apparently we have 666 viewers. Oh dear. It's the sign of the beast if you believe in that stuff. Personally I don't, I just think it's a number. Alright, so what are we going to do? Oh, we could go to the Nether again, actually. I'd really love to hunt down some more Wither Skulls. I mean, why not? Do I need to do anything in the Nether? No, not really. Let me tell you what's on my list. Nobby Nuts says he totally missed my resub. I think it didn't make a noise in my ear because... Oh, they probably broke that. Freaking internet. Let me fix that quickly. That shouldn't take long. So if I click on Alert Box, close that window... Alright, and then do that one. Excellent. Okay, so that should be fixed, Nobby. So next time you resubscribe, I can say thank you. I'm joking, of course. Nobby Nuts resubscribing for 10 months in a row. Absolutely epic. Gonna juggle for you. Thank you for the epic support, buddy. Man, I'm hitting right click. It ain't the same. I need me some sword waggle in 1.9. I'm gonna go insane at some point if I can't do the sword waggle. Oh. So yeah, where's my list? My list has appeared. We're going to explore for wolves. We're going to gather some dirt. We're going to create a layout for different paths around the shopping area. And then we want to find some cobwebs and also move the villagers. But I think hunting through the Nether again for some Wither Skulls is something we should definitely do at some point. So what I need right now is a shovel, and I seem to have lost my... Actually, I know exactly where it is. Big spoilers though. Well, not really actually, because you've probably all seen my last episode. Right, so let's go grab a shovel, and then we're going to go in the nether, and my inventory's not terrible, is it? I mean, I've got a couple of things here I can throw away. Yeah, I don't ever like setting out with like junk in my inventory, you know? Feels a bit silly, especially if you're going to gather some resources. You want to fill up the amount of space as you can. Minecraft Lover says, get some new parts. Pants, X. Oh yeah, I do need some, don't I? I do need some. I'm working on that. Apparently we just hit 1,000 viewers. Thank you to everyone for tuning in on this Sunday morning. I apologise for my morning voice. I haven't been awake for long. And it takes a while for my voice to warm up. Oh my god, Tango has unleashed. I think... Oh, he must have put out a video on it yesterday then. Excellent. Oh my god, it looks so cool, right? This is Tango's skull. It looks like there's nether portals up there, I'm just saying. Now, they're probably for looks, I doubt they go anywhere. Oh man, I am so stoked to see this. I want to find out what it's about. I don't want to look too much though, because I want to do this stuff in my episode. Oh, he's got a witch and a villager over here. Also, we've got a new subscriber here on the channel. It's Honchu. Honchu has subscribed. Oh, check that out behind me as well. Thank you so much for your subscription, buddy. Hope you have a great time watching today's stream. I didn't juggle, did I? Do you know, juggling doesn't work for me. I don't know. Does it feel the same as a sword waggle? Oh, yeah, well done. There we go. Right, so we've got a witch over here. And we've got a zombie over... What is this? Mob catcher extraordinaire. Do you know what? That's a great idea. They love capturing mobs, those two. Okay, so this is just an advert for... Right, gotcha. And then it's just prices are negotiable. So there's probably not too much else to learn here, other than that they are offering their services for capturing mobs. That's amazing. That's really amazing. And the building looks great. I love the eyes. That is an awesome skull. I like it. It needs some spooky theme around it though, right? It needs like some haunted trees and such. And that is new. I don't know why there is. Let's go find out what that is. Oh, and also that over there is so much cool stuff happening on the server all the time. Get a banner X so you can do banner waggles with them. British Nate. Oh, that's not a ladder. I assumed there would be a ladder there. I don't know what that's about. British Nate, you can't waggle a sword. You can waggle a shield a bit. So I guess you mean... Sorry, sword. Banner. So I guess you mean put the banner on the shield, right? Anyway, what I'm looking for is right here in the middle of our glorious building. Oh, no, it's not. Where'd I put my shovel? I think I've lost my shovel. Oh no, it's got to be in here. Yeah, sweet, we found it. Alright, I was worried for a second there. Nothing really here that I need. Ladders might be useful, but the rest of that stuff can stay. Man, I love this place. So we might come back here and lay out some paths. Like, with this building in the middle, I think what we want to have is a path going off to each side and then this way, and then have a circular path to connect everything together, because we've got new buildings sort of creating a circle over there, and yeah, that'll make sense. Creepers, creepy creepers be creeping says, alright, people living near London, take a look at your neighbour. We are looking for a man with a lightly shaved beard, with light hairy limbs, and using their computer that has 2 monitors. Your neighbour fits the description, please tweet it to it. What is this about? Creepers be creeping is on the hunt for someone. Panda says, going to play a football match in a bit. Wish me luck, guys. I wish you all the luck. I hope you score thousands upon thousands of goals in an impossible reality where you somehow score a goal every second. Alright, what are we doing? We are now... Oh man, I cannot focus. It's too early. I apologise, people. It is... Today, sometimes I wake up and find... Today I've woken up and a little bit rusty here. I cannot focus. I'm looking at chat and struggling to read it as well. Bugman says, X, that was a description of you. Okay. I wouldn't have described myself with the same words. Then again, I wasn't really, like, paying too much attention. We mentioned going... Alright, yes. Damn it. If I could just focus. We are looking for a portal to a new area, a Mega Tiger. Amazing. It's the first thing I walked up to. Brilliant. Scissor Slash says, Assumer don't die, mate. Or M9. M9, M8, mate. I won't die, don't worry, we'll be alright. What enchantments do you have on your armour, says Geno98. I'll show you what enchantments I have. We've got Thorns 3 on our helmet with just about everything else. I mean, you can read those yourself. Basically, the best of the best. We do need some protection. No, we've got protection on our boots. Now, I should probably get protection on my leggings, but I really want to try projectile protection. And thanks. I'll take that. Also, I don't like this bridge. Can I just say that? I don't like this bridge. That is some easy pickings glowstone right there. I really don't like this bridge. And I don't have any stone on me. Maybe we'll pick up some stone and just make this a little bit safer. This is like the unsafest bridge ever. Joel Kip says, T, thank you for the reminder. We've been streaming for 11 minutes. My tea is probably about 15 minutes sitting here, so it should be very nice. Everblaze says, X, your first cuss word. If sometimes people think I'm cussing when I say, like, frickin' is something that I say, or freaking. Aha! Impulse found some wolves by the looks of it. Well, we were going to look for some, and this was the area to do so, I think. Also, I never brought any bones with me, so that was a bit of a half-hearted idea, really, wasn't it? Anyway, this place is going to be excavated for pod souls, so although it's a mega taiga, there's probably other ones. The other ones will be used for building in, perhaps, if anyone wants to do it. Can we, like, use the shears on these? Oh, we can, yeah. But they're not the large ones, right? They're just ferns. Well, we'll pick them up anyway. They're a nice little decorator. They'll probably look really nice in the mesa. Little fern bushes on top of the grass. Yeah, let's collect some of these. Neil says, X, the expos. Yes, we can go check the shop. I do believe we are sold out. Oh, I ran out of shears. Okay, now I'm just punching them. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we've got an area here that we can excavate resources from anyway. And I'm just going to fill up my inventory with dirt, believe it or not, because that's kind of what we need. Oh, and straight away we glitch. There we go. Bam. Just right-click to get rid of that stuff in 1.9. And I do have some torches. Excellent. 12 minutes, says Blaze Walker. 12 minutes to what? What are we on about? Wells is selling Podzol, says Dom. Yes, he's got Silk Touch on a shovel. I don't. I'll be buying some Podzol from him, that's for sure. Do you know what? And I'd be one in the past to come over here and, like, get Silk Touch and then just take so much Podzol it would be ridiculous. But I don't think I want to play like that this season. I think if someone else is selling stuff, I'd be interested in buying, you know? And we're already selling ourselves as well, so we've made a nice amount of money with the Expo shop to actually buy stuff from other people. Thomas says, how late is it for you, X? Believe it or not, it is 9 o'clock in the morning where I am. It is not late, it is early. Early day. Ramuku, welcome to chat. Hope all is going well. What's in the tea? Says Ellie Trox. Tea and milk. I hope nothing else. It's a Sam tea, is the type we're having today. Cubfan has both a expo. I think you guys sometimes are talking. I always read chat and expect someone to be talking to me. I think you guys are talking to each other sometimes. Not quite sure what people are saying. And we've got a new subscriber here. Or possibly not. I can't remember if Phil ever subscribed. But either way, Phil71994 or Phil71994. Thank you so much for your subscription, buddy. Hope you have a great time with today's stream. Here is some juggling for you and some dancing as well. I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for the subscription. Now everyone is telling me what time it is where they are. Me and the Hermits were discussing it yesterday that we should make our own time zone so everyone can be around and play at the same time. And we call it Hermit Standard Time. Obviously that would never work because you'd still be in some other time zone as well. Aha, some iron. That's actually worth collecting because we don't have an iron farm yet. I was speaking to Tango about the iron farm. And I don't think he's in a rush to build it, but I was saying it's actually been like really cool not having the iron farm because people have been working together. Well, me and Iskal have. I'm sure it's going to affect other people at some point as well. But you get an opportunity to work with other people, you know, if some resources are in shortage. Right, we are stocking up here, but we're not done just yet. Have you tried Daring TX? I think I have. I mean, I've got a little selection of them I've been trying. Hi, oh, here we go. This is the beginning of the end right here. Actually, I didn't want to do that. In fact, I don't want to kill this guy. Like, if I kill this guy, I bet you hordes upon hordes are now approaching us. So that's it. We're going to be fighting zombies while we're out here. Right, my shovel is getting a little bit low. Got to be careful with that. Why do you need so much dirt, says Vlad? Because... Where is it? Is it here? There it is. Got it. Because we're in a mesa, we don't have any dirt. There's hardly any. There's a bit of coarse dirt, and that's about it. So believe it or not, dirt is actually in demand. So we're here to take it. And I'm not opening a shop or anything like that. This is for my own personal use. We're going to use a fair bit of this today as well. Right, so that is getting low, but not low enough, and we're pretty much here. Let's just dig down to the end, and that'll be us done. So no more zombies arriving, of course, because I'm recording or streaming and talking about it. They're not going to, but man, every time I play this game, hordes of zombies come after you. I swear. So let's check out what else is in the area. Skeleton, a river. I need to collect some more clay. This will be a good spot to collect clay. If you guys want a tip for collecting clay and ink sacs, just run down rivers and there'll be lots of squid if you're in the right area, and there'll be lots of clay as well. I'm going to collect these because I was needing red dye the other day. Ow, skeleton, please just... Did you just shoot yourself? I think he shot himself. Oh yeah, oh this is getting bad quick. I can't pick up the flour because my inventory's full. Maybe I should leave it. Maybe I should just go. I know how this works. You try and go through the portal and there's so many mobs you never make it through and you end up fighting them for ages. Topson says swamps are great for getting clay. They probably are. That's a good tip right there. Swamps, another good one. Bam, a little bit of XP. All good in the hood. What are you building, says Crazy Critter? Nothing at the moment. So we visited the Megataiga and we got some dirt. I'm tempted to hop around and get those bits of quartz. Oh look, there's even a pathway to them. I'm in free XP, come on people. Look at this, lovely. Which enchantments are on your axe? We've got sharpness 5, we've got mending, got unbreaking 3. I really wish I'd put smite on that actually, but sharpness is good I guess. See the thing is, the sword has the attack that's best against zombies, so maybe that should have smite. And then use the axe on other mobs. That seems actually like a fairly reasonable idea. Right, back to the hub we go. Who else is on the server, says Mellowwater? Just Impulse, who's AFK somewhere at the moment. He's always AFK on here, man. It's like perfect for pranking. And of course, you can push other players now. Oh, how would we prank Impulse? What would we do to him? If we could even find him, I have no idea where he is. Actually, I have like literally no idea where to look for where Impulse might be, but he's always on here AFK. I reckon he might be near his bone meal farm. But even then, where would we put Impulse? What would we do with him? Smith says, X, I subbed, but you didn't get a ring in your ear. Oh, yeah, that's right. I missed it. Oh, we got 2 new subscribers here. Want to say a massive thank you to SSmith8 for subscribing. Really do appreciate it. And also to Panda... Oh, Panda, oh dear, I can't say your name. Olekia? Let's just say Smith and Panda, thank you for subscribing. Do appreciate it. Hope you have a great time with today's stream. Do appreciate the support. Right, some of you saying he's at an XP grinder. Slime farm. Did he build a slime farm? I wanted to build one of those. Right, so we've gathered dirt. That has been crossed off my list. We could go back there and look for some walls later. And yeah, I've got a few other things I want to do as well. So let's head down here. Ponybutt says, use your camera account to find Impulse. That would be mega cheaty, but I could actually do that very easily. Surround him with mending books or villagers. Interesting. Stand next to him and dig down so he drops with you. I mean, we could sort of like put him in an obsidian box or move him somewhere. I think it'd be really funny if we had somewhere comical to move him to. Also, how are we doing with all of this? Because the Mesa portal's been done. Landscaping terrain is an ongoing project. Oh yeah, that's right. Ongoing project. That hasn't been done. That's sort of been done. Make an animal farm using pistons. Try out all different weapons for 1.9. Nope, not done those. Figure out for the witch hut. Nope. Okay, yeah, I've got that done over to the side of me. I haven't built my own XP farm. And then those things have been done. So of the ideas board, we've done a few more things. I'm going to keep putting my ideas on there and yeah, figuring it out as we go along. Surround him in bookshelves. There's a suggestion here from chat. Why don't you start AFK? Please answer. Why don't I start AFK? Why don't I start away from keyboard? I don't understand what you're asking, because if I started away from keyboard, it would sort of like be I'm not here, and then I come over and say hi, or something. I don't understand. Anyway, right, we got some of this we can smelt. And I think I just put a load of this in to be smelted. Yeah, let's put that away. So my chests here are in desperate need of organisation. I don't really want to like mess around with it too much until we... Oh man, look at this stuff. Until we're ready to like build a proper storage area, which might be a while. So it's sort of like getting junked out a bit at the moment. Okay, so actually I need some of this dirt. I don't know why I chucked it all away. You have to bear with me here. I can go in there. Some wheat, seeds might fit in there. Quartz probably will. Rotted flesh. Ha! Right, and then netherrack and cobble on this side. Excellent. Except that hardened clay down here. Right, so I'm going to need a lot of dirt and a lot of grass this next bit. You still need to check the expos, says Niels. Yes, you've reminded me a few times. We'll do that for you, buddy. Don't worry. Alright, so I think we've got a reasonable amount of stuff. Not too much clutter going on here. Probably don't need the axe for me, but there's chests over where we're going to do our next little bit of work. So, Bisu plays says, how many times did you die? Do you know what? My horse has got some stuff on it. I've died 3 times, if you didn't see that. Aha! Do you know what? I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to have a little ride on Samuel L. Jackson. Man, I can't talk this morning. It's crazy. It is crazy. Big Pleb says, just subscribed. If you mean follow, thank you. If you subscribed on YouTube, thank you again. For all of you who don't realise, I do YouTube videos. And streaming is like a thing I do alongside it. And we've got a donation here from S. Smolder. Is it S. Smolder? Agent S. Smolder. Says, put him in an iron bar cage, then surround the cage with zombies in carts. That sounds like a fantastic idea, actually. It would look like they've sort of conspired to capture him, so to speak. That's an awesome idea. Mulder, thank you for the donation. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. If we prank Impulse later on... Aha, look, we're all out of stock. We are all out of stock. I need to sort things out. Did anyone put their name in here? Okay, no one has. So, I know Jevin wants one, but I did say to him, would you like me just to give you the bows to combine yourself at a discount? But he didn't really reply, so yeah. Oh man, I'm losing track of what we're thinking about here. This will be the most incoherent live stream from me ever today, I think. Just got a feeling I'm not going to wake up. Do you know when Mumbo's doing a live stream? Aerobics? No, I don't. I don't think Mumbo is much of a live streamer. He does one like every now and then. X, I have a challenge for you. Can you build a structure with a lot of obsidian? I could, but I probably wouldn't enjoy it. Unless I knew exactly what I was building to begin with. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Oh, I came over here and I forgot. Oh. Do you know, I think running is faster than my mule. I'm just going to run back. So there were some chests I was supposed to pick things up from. It's going to be a slow one today. Exo says, hello X, are you planning a layout of your base extension anytime soon? I am, yes, I'm working on the next segment. I was hoping to do it for Wednesday's video, but I've got a feeling it might take me a little bit of time. Now, I could have sort of jumped on earlier and done it all in one go, which I think might have been a good idea. I've taken a bit of a break since the first bit, and now the next part of the base might take me a while. But I'm not fussed, I've got time today. I'm going to spend time on the plot world, play.sumovoid.com, flying around, getting some inspiration. I've already got some ideas for what I want to do for the next bit. The problem that I was facing... There we go, I want all of that grass right there. And we probably want a few shovels as well. So the problem that I was facing is, in order to build like the next section, I had marked it all out, figured out like how big the building is going to be, and then I've plopped down pillars like this, so everything's sort of been segmented into little, like let's say 5 wide gaps between pillars, and I can't really come up with designs that look too great for it, and then I don't want to repeat this design going all the way across. And then I've sort of realised that having the same design go across like the entire length of a building like this is not going to look too great. And so what I need to do is to find a way to sort of mix something a little bit more organic and shapy with these big panels that we've got going across the side of our building, and that might take some time, but you know, I'm aiming high with it. Respawn says, are you going to rebuild the donut? I am not. No plans to rebuild that. At some point I might do that. Neil says, do you know Zedef? He does survival on his channel. He has a temple with some gods, and the gods have the name of the hermits. This is not advertising. Yes, I'm well aware of Zedef. I have been subscribed to him for a long time, but unfortunately, you know, he doesn't put out a lot of videos, and oh man, it's been ages since I watched one of his actually. Yeah, so right, we're going to do some palving now. And the thing is, I'm going to have to dig up, right? Oh yeah, there's all of that down there. I'm going to have to dig up a lot of this hardened clay to make the paths. Now, I just want to do the basics here. I don't want to go all fancy like we did last time. I'm hoping someone like False might be interested in coming along and making it all look pretty. So we're going to do the basics. And what we're going to do is dig up some of it, and then with the clay that we dig up, perhaps build up some other parts. Does that make sense? So like half and half your clay. You dig up half of it for one bit of path, and then the next bit you're placing it down and leveling it out. So we'll see how that goes. This is why I digged up all that dirt, by the way. I put dirt along the edges, just so we can see what's going on. So over here it's going to look like a real mess, basically. X, look at Iskal's new game in the entertainment district. Can you answer me, please? Mr. Mindman YT, I have seen or heard about his game, but I'm yet to really check it out. I think this is where we're going to transition. I'll say to you guys what I said to Iskal. I am going to wait and see what happens with his game, because I don't really like. I don't think I'll enjoy sort of living in fear of being attacked at some point too much. Now, I think you've got to try it. Like it looked like it was really fun when it happened on Minecraft, but I don't know if I really want to participate. And I think what I'll do is I'll wait and see who else participates, how that plays out, because us hermits have a bit of a different play style from how the Minecraft guys did it, and I think it worked really well for them, but for us it might not be quite the same, because we are a little bit more hermity in some ways, and everyone sort of plods along doing their videos, and it's not too much about everyone on here at the exact same time doing stuff together, if you know what I mean. But that can all change. We've been having our little Monday meetups where we all sort of jump on together and just hang out rather than focus on recording, which has been nice. I'm going to do some more of that tomorrow. Actually, what I'm doing right now is what I was going to talk about in tomorrow's little Monday meetup, but whatever. Why did you decide not to show your face on camera, says the Blobfish1234. I've explained this many times, and you probably, you know, you can't exactly be expected to go around trying to find out the answer, you know, because it's buried in some videos or live streams. I think the best way I can describe it is that I just grew up in a different generation where when you were online, you were, you know, Shadowman89 or something like that. Everyone used avatars when we first went on the internet to socialise, and so I'm not really comfortable with the whole putting your face out there and, you know, anyone can sort of see who you are. Like, the other day I found birthing vlogs, right? It's like proper vlogs, people documenting their experience, so like, you know, having a child and birthing, and all of that's all right. But what was really creepy is that I was watching it. I'm like, I have no idea who these people are, yet you've seen some of their like most intimate experiences, like. And this is all on YouTube, like giving birth to a child. It's just been filmed and vlogged and put on YouTube, and I'm just like, I don't understand this, you know. So I just say I'm from a different generation, like, is how I'd describe it. Yeah, so crazy world we live in. Scrum Borry says I can relate to that as well. I'd try to stay anonymous as well. There you go. So Scrum Borry understands. If you don't understand as well, that's absolutely fine. I mean, what I've realised with this whole NSA thing going on is that over time, values become different for different generations. When you grow up on Facebook and everyone uses Facebook constantly, it doesn't become about privacy, it just becomes a tool of communication. And then, you know, it might be weird that someone doesn't use Facebook or something along those lines, you know? Because it's just what you use, it's just what you accept. And so then you don't look at it and think about privacy issues. Because, for example, with Facebook, if you upload a picture of yourself onto Facebook, Facebook has facial recognizing software. Now, if anyone else, anywhere in the world, uploads a video of you to Facebook, it can pair 1 and 2 together. And if you've not even got a Facebook account, you'll have a profile if you've appeared on Facebook in an image, because it's it's facial recognition software creates a profile for every unique face that it detects. So you may not even be like signed up to Facebook, but if someone's put a picture on there with you in it, then you've got like an identity on there, and it'll always find you. Well, not always, but 95% of the time it'll find you in someone else's pictures. Then 64 Geek says, I feel your X, I don't have Facebook. Now, I say that, I do. I have a private Facebook, but it's just for communicating with people. I don't use it like to post my cretinous thoughts and share them with everyone. Bit of a joke there. Yeah, I just use it to communicate with people. But because pictures of me have been put on there and stuff, like if ever if I put a picture on there or not, or I signed up or not, my face would create a profile because I've got a face that's unique. Everyone's got a unique face. Tesla CLX says, "Wow, that's new. How confident are you about that info?" 100% correct. It's not a hidden thing. It's not some conspiracy. Facebook knows your face. It's technology they boast about and blog about and talk about how accurate they are with it. Here's the deal: for young people growing up using Facebook, isn't Facebook great? It can detect your face. Then for people who have not grown up with this sort of digital integration into their lives, it might be scary. So, newer generations just embrace stuff, so it's not quite the same, is it, for them? And yeah, like I said, it might sound almost like conspiracy theory stuff to some. It's just the technology that they have, and they don't hide that they use it. They blog about it, they talk about it, they show off how good their facial recognition software is, and yeah, it's absolutely true. If you're not even signed up to Facebook, someone's put a picture of you online, you'll be recognised, you will be a person that their software can pick out, and if ever there's a picture of you on there, it will connect 1 and 2 together. That's just how it is and how it works. Hi X, do you use a resource pack, says Hode17. I do. I have clear glass, as you can see over there. It modifies the height of fire on your screen when you're set on fire, and it also kills creepers for you. Bam. That was nicely timed, actually. Usually I've been backing away, but I got the timing there correct. What's the other thing it does? It modifies your hearts when you're withered, so it's a little bit more visible. Caden Thomas says, how do I sub? Well, I've got more noises in my ear, because I haven't been getting the noises in my ear. I've got messages to read, but no noises in my ear. Now this could go in a straight line. I think actually we'll make it curve. And because this area is a little more bare, we'll make it curve from iBooks down to the middle, so it's not a straight line. So just to sort of mark it out, we'll pop down onto this plane, and then we'll go across diagonally. That's actually quite nice because we come into the flat area a little bit, and then we pull out in front of it and turn in. Yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, I had a question. Man, I feel like I apologise to anyone who feels like I sound a little incoherent today. I am just having a hard time concentrating, actually. I keep thinking that I was talking about something and then losing my train of thought, and I'm not sure if I was or I wasn't. Either way, we got a donation here from Agent Eddie 99 saying, "Hey X, back again. Love the Hermitcraft episodes. Hope you and all the hermits keep up the excellent work. Thanks." Well, thank you for the lovely message, Eddie. I hope you have a great time with today's stream. Hermitcraft is going fantastically, and I think everyone is stoked, and there'll be lots more videos coming your way, that's for sure. Let's go try and find some slabs. Monkey Micho says, how long have you been streaming for? About a year. But I think you might have meant just today. So, half an hour will answer your question. William says, Python fixed the price of redstone, I think. He did, but I think he missed the point. Like, redstone is like dirt, you know? Well, not dirt on this server. Redstone is like peanuts, or... Yeah, that's not in Minecraft, we can say that. The problem is, redstone is just something you accumulate when you go mining. And later on we'll probably have witch farms and stuff as well. So asking a diamond for a stack of redstone is just a bit over the top, I think. At least, you know, I'm not going to buy any. What did I come over here for? I was looking for torches, I think. Or oak logs, yeah. I'm going to have to take a trip back for some oak logs. I can't even remember why I wanted oak logs. This is what I'm talking about. My brain just isn't that great today. X, what do you think about the creation of a UE fiscal union to accompany the economy and monetary union? Sounds like a terrible idea. Any form of consolidating power into one place is generally bad when it's done by capitalists. So, no thanks to that is what I say. Alright, let's lay down some more of this clay that we dug up. Actually, do I not have like another stack somewhere? I've used all of what I've dug up, apparently. Right, so we don't want to have this too close to the edge like there. We do need to create a little bit of space. I hope Impulse doesn't mind as well. I mean, no one's sort of set out to purify this area too much, have they? So far. Alright, and then the path's going to go and drop down here and go around the corner. That's why I wanted slabs, because we want to transition the path a little bit. That's crazy. Sir Lawrence says, Assumer Donald Trump. You guys are asking me the question to get talking. I've been trying to avoid it because some people love it, some people hate it. I do not like Donald Trump. I said it the other day. And when I say I do not like Donald Trump, I don't know the bloke. But what I've seen of him, I have not been a fan of, because he talked about taking people out on stretchers that protest him or punching someone in the face, and he gets the crowd to cheer about it. I'm telling you, like, if ever you find yourself cheering because someone's, you know, talking about harming another individual or hurting them in some way, something's wrong. Something's wrong with that. Like, you can't cheer. Like, even, see, I think that people who do horrendous stuff, I'm not going to give you any ideas of what exactly, but there's people out there that have done horrendous things, and I think even they should be treated like a human and be looked at like a human with psychological issues, as opposed to being condemned and having violence promoted towards them. So anyway, so Donald Trump gets protested against, and people are interrupting his rallies because they don't like him at all and don't like what he's about. And his response is, oh, well, back in the day, we'd punch him in the face, we'd bring him out on stretchers. Now, someone who's going to be like that on a political scale in, world events, sitting at the round table with France and England and all the other countries, Israel are there. And apparently, oh my God, apparently he says Israel built a wall, and look how that turned out for them, as saying it's a good thing for building a wall between them and Mexico. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but that shocked me that he would say something like that, because the wall in Palestine and Israel has just made a bad situation worse. But someone who's going to be in charge of one of the world's most powerful countries, who would perhaps sit in a political arena with other world leaders and say, I don't like you, I'm going to punch you in the face. Like, that's going to start wars. That kind of attitude is going to cause more problems than it can solve, right? And that's what I think. I think he's a dangerous person. He's also not a political person, which is something people forget. He is a businessman, a capitalist. He'll look at it from a different perspective, and possibly a dangerous one. He's also one of the leaders against. Now, this is probably a very big reason to not be for Trump. He's one of the leaders against renewable energy resources. Now, he's not like, part of the problem, but, that's all he is. He's against the solution. He's against the solution to the problem. Now, Donald Trump got involved in being active against renewable energy resources because it spoiled his private view. Sorry, spoiled his view of his private golf course. They built some wind turbines next to his golf course. He didn't like it, and he started campaigning against renewable energy resources because it spoiled its view. It's like he took up a vendetta against it, and then he goes out and campaigns against far more than what's, interrupting his own view. He's sort of going against all renewable energy resources, and that is just, like, mind-blowingly bad. Hoax says he isn't even a good businessman. I'd say he's probably a brilliant businessman, but business isn't good in my opinion. Like, when the motive is just to have a successful business, then everything else will be overridden over the top of it. People's rights or the environment will be second best to what makes money. That's one of the big problems of society, is that often or not, too much emphasis is put on economic progression and not on everything being alright, you know, for the planet and for us. I didn't get any coal. I could have done with some coal. Cleo, have you got coal in this chest? Because I'm going to pinch it because I'm sick of walking around. Cleo, no coal. Oh. What is going on? The entire GOP is against renewable energy resources. Sorry. What is GOP? And I'm not sure what GOP is, but yeah, there'll be people against renewable energy resources. No reason to be sorry. Let's have a look. Dan Wallace says, Trump's business have been falling off left and right. He could not have wasted more money if he tried. Well, that might be so. What you'll find, though, is that failed businesses obviously often produce rich executives, i.e., like, even if a company fails, it's probably made its millionaires. When you're talking on a large level, right? Because what happens in business is that, like, if you're profitable one year, it's considered like failure to be less profitable the next. There we go, that'll do. Probably don't need that much, but we'll take it over there and just leave it lying around somewhere. So these executives wants to make bigger and bigger bonuses and salaries, and eventually it ends up bankrupting the bank, but they walk away with all their money. Sorry, bankrupting the company. GOP equals Republican. Okay. Republicans, Democrats, Liberal Democrats, whatever they are, it's all sort of the same thing to me. Cyprus says you should do a banner for every shop, a board with the banners telling who made it and what he's selling. That's a great idea, Cyprus. That is a great idea. In fact, I love that idea so much I'm writing it down like that. We'll call it the business board with banners. Maybe we could try and make one of our own in today's stream. By the way, people, if you visit hermitcraft.com/banners, feel free to do that now. Open up another window. If you can't, don't worry about it. But if you've got any idea for banner districts, then feel free to submit them there. You can also submit business ideas for the shops. You know, like Python's Redstone one. You've got a great Redstone banner. And yeah, a little banner system, a sub-banner system for this area. I mean, it's all about that detail, and yeah, that's just another level of detail right there that would be amazing. Absolutely. Could you lower the volume? Music just a little bit. Popper plays. I'm just going to move my mic so I sound a little bit louder, and I'll talk a little bit louder. More Minecraft chat. See, there you go. Someone wants me to talk Minecraft now. Business board of banners, says Pony Butts. Yes, I think, is that what I said, or something like that? I probably derped it up, didn't I? Right, so now we're going to dig down in this area. I didn't really need to put all of this here. We just need to dig this ourselves. Now, I think I put up a chest back here. I'm going to forever be putting up chests. Rocky Avalon says, Assumer, from what I've heard about you, you personally vote for president. I would choose Bernie. Oh, but for me, it's all about damage control. What I'll say is, if someone like Bernie gets in power, the problem is you've already got someone like Bernie in power. Barack Obama leans more to the left than the right, but Congress stops him from doing anything. And the same thing will happen if you get, you know, someone like Bernie in power. It'll just be, it'll sound good, but it'll try to get things done, and Congress will block it. Because change is slow in political systems. That's why, you know, revolutions happen when change is needed drastically. Busy banner bananas, says Greenworks. I like it. We need a banana banner now. Open a banana shop somewhere. Alright, so this is probably looking like a horrible path already, but the thing is, it's not going to be so linear. It's just that I'm digging it one way to begin with. So that's sort of our inside edge, isn't it? Okay, so let's treat this like it's the inside. Then this is a sharp turn over to this point. And then that's where it sort of levels out a little bit. Okay, so that doesn't look so bad. And then we'll do the other side and then sort of dig out the middle after. Oh, we're talking about voting again. Let's pick out some messages. I think some people don't want to talk about it anymore. 80. Oh man, everyone is talking about Congress now. Fury Muso says 88% of Congress members are up for re-election, so there would be a change. Unlikely though. Yeah, it's probably quite unlikely. Right, so that's that side. That feels a little bit short of where this is going. Maybe we'll just bring it out to this one. Okay, that'll work. Build a giant globe and put a fountain around it. That sounds fantastic. Don't forget to drink your tea. Booster Men, thank you for the reminder. I definitely need to drink more tea at this point. Creepy Creepers Be Creeping says, X, believe it or not, I'm watching your stream. I don't disagree. I got a good feeling you probably are. Do you know Kerbal Space Program? Yes, I'm very aware of that game. I've never played it though. Minecraft the Boss says, move Impulse to a different farm. Now that's a great idea. Like, move him to a different AFK spot. That would be hilarious, because then he'd be like, wait, I'm AFKing here? He might not suspect it then. It might just be like, oh, I'm an idiot. I've gone and AFK'd in the wrong place here. I reckon this still needs to be a bit wider. So anyway, it looks like this is going to be the width for the next bit. So let's pull it out a little bit here. Drop it back in. Pull it out again. Just give it some variation. Looks good. You think that the American political system is weird because I live in the Netherlands. Anything can look weird if you live in a different country. Do you play League of Legends? I do not. I don't like that game much. I played Dota when it was on Warcraft and didn't really like it. I find that game just seems to be about like learning like the macro management side of it. You know, like you gotta learn to play the game a specific way rather than playing it your own way. That's what it strikes me as. Joshua says X dual wield. Yep, I need to get into the habit of dual wielding more, don't I? There you go, I'm dual wielding. Actually, I tell you what I could do though. I could put some grass on my other hand and plop that down in the middle of this path when I'm doing dirt as well. That could work. Right, I've sort of gone a little bit wide here, but that's not a bad thing. Let's pull it back in a little bit. And then, yeah, we'll leave that there. Then we'll start to go like that. Doesn't look so bad. X, where are you from? Says Juicevol. From England, the UK, where it's rainy and cold most of the time. Right, so now we've got all this hardened clay, we can use it to fill up the other areas. So I'm going to put some dirt in this hand, grass in the other one. Hode wants to know what my favourite food is. It is enchiladas. Love enchiladas. Phil says, can't get the Discord app linked to Twitch. Phil, if you go to my Twitter and look at the images... Actually, we should do that with the... Oh, wait, this doesn't work, because if I can right-click grass... No, that doesn't work. I look quite funny, like, standing here holding 2 blocks. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Phil, yes, if you go to my Twitter and look for a picture, like... Twitter has... You see, when I've posted pictures on Twitter, I've posted them as links to somewhere else, so it doesn't get stored in Twitter's own picture archive. If you look for my pictures on Twitter, there's only one, and it's how to join the Discord app. So if any of you are wondering what we're on about, the Discord app... Discord is an alternative to Skype and TeamSpeak that looks absolutely brilliant. I mean, I've been using it for a while. It is brilliant. It's still got a few features that are coming, but it's sort of like a really great replacement for Skype and TeamSpeak, and you have much better privacy conditions than you do with Skype. Skype's privacy is like, hey, we'll share all of your private chats with anyone we feel like. Discord, supposedly not the same. Some people suspect it is, but the legal jargon is a little confusing if you're not a lawyer. Yeah, and anyway, so it's also got integration with Twitch. If you're a Twitch subscriber and you go to my Twitter, like I just said to Phil, it gives you instructions on how to join it. Now, what's cool about Discord is that it's an app as well as a program, so you don't have to install it on your computer. You can run it from a web browser like Firefox, and that's just from the window, not without like installing a plugin. Or sorry, poorly worded. You don't have to install a plugin. You can just run it from a window. So I started off having the program on my computer, and then I just tabbed it in Firefox. It's always open now. If I'm online in Discord, it means Firefox is open. Night 5, an evil genie says X Discord won't load. If it doesn't load the app, try the browser, because it's just the web page then. I mean, if you're having issues with the web page loading, then something's up. X, so you're going to build Guardfall 2.0. Do you know what? I've been looking over there. I've been looking and thinking, no one's jumped on that yet, and we need those sea lanterns sooner than later. So I might start, like, I kind of wouldn't mind just help doing the grindy work and maybe not too fussed about building the actual farm itself, but we'll see what happens. I would like to start a big technical project. Defenseman says, Asuma, help! Your music is louder than your voice. Okay, a few people are saying this. I'll tell you what I'll do. I mean, it really shouldn't be too different. I've turned it down just a touch there. Alt button on keyboard says Firefox, really? Yep, Firefox is a browser. You can use it to look at the web. I don't use Chrome. It's a resource hog. And I don't like how it browses, like how you can't customize it and stuff. That's why I use Firefox. I also use Opera as well. Opera is personally my favorite browser because of how fast you can browse web pages with it, but it's not very well liked, which is unfortunate. And it's got terrible compatibility with web pages. I'll tell you that. It is not surprising to go onto a web page in Opera and find it's all in Chinese and Japanese. Or like the elements of the page won't load or it can't play a video. But if it wasn't for that, it's very, very well designed. Stellian says, Asuma, music is perfect for some, too loud for others, too quiet for the rest, it will never be perfect. Absolutely true, I guess. Some of you are going, Opera? Ulrich says, I love Opera. Opera is now powered by Chrome engine. I don't think I've gone to that update yet. But yeah, I heard about that. It's going to get switched to Chrome. So maybe it gets the best of both worlds that way. Because like Opera compared to Chrome, Chrome is really slow for browsing. Firefox is a little bit better in my opinion. We need some more dirt, do we not? Where did I put all that dirt that we just got? I think it's back at base. So we've got a donation here from ZizX08. Says, Hey X, I know you're a fan of hip-hop music. Do you know Goody Mob? If so, what are some of your favourite songs or albums? I don't know Goody Mob. I feel like that's a name I've heard, but I'll tell you a little story about hip-hop because last night I was hanging out on TeamSpeak, and to be fair, I was hanging out, but I was sort of listening to music, and I think that took more of my attention. Because I was reading about... Let's see, I listened to like Underground Kings and then took it off my playlist yesterday, so I was doing a little bit of writing about that. And then I was looking up like who they made the record with, and it led me to a guy called Marley Marl, who I heard so many times Marley Marl mentioned on records. Now, if you listen to hip hop or you don't, when you listen to hip hop, you'll hear people reference other people's lyrics or talk about other people in the hip hop community and reuse beats or sample beats or reshape lyrics, sometimes in the form of a diss. Like they'll take someone's line and they'll spin it back against them. Now, like if you're into something and there's all of this referencing going back and forth, that is just like a constant source of like entertainment for me. Like I just love putting pieces of the puzzle together. It's like, you know, all of a sudden you're listening to this new song and you're like, oh, this is from that song, and oh, that beat or this bit of the song was sampled in that one there. So why did we come back? Dirt. I looked up Marley Marl online. I listened to a song called, I think it's called The Symphony. It was really good, and there are a few classic lines in there, ones that are like, oh, this is from that artist, they've reused that line or referenced that. And then it took me on to a few Boogie Down Productions songs that now, if you don't know who Boogie Down Productions are, KRS-One, famous rapper, was in Boogie Down Productions, and they pioneered some of the most important hip-hop stuff in the 80s. And it played a couple of songs I hadn't heard before, and it was full of lines that so many people had sampled and referenced or rewritten to their songs. I was just sitting there like, wow, this is like every minute there's just something that's like, oh, that's from this song and that's from that one. And then it took me onto this song by MC Shan called The Bridge Is Over, and that's been like, that hook's been used on a Nas song, and like so many of the lyrics have been referenced elsewhere. And I went on a little journey basically through old school hip hop, just finding tons of references. So I don't know if Goody Mob is from that era or not. It sounds like an old school hip hop name, but yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday. What do you like in UK hip hop, X? Ito Play says, I really like that Roots Maneuver song, Witness the Fitness. That's a great track. But UK hip hop has never really like had a lot that's grabbed my attention, I guess I could say. There probably is some stuff if I gave it some thought, you know, because I listen to so much music, but not all of it surfaces to mind immediately. Hey X, what kinds of hip hop do you listen to? Akko, I love the 90s, early 90s sound. Very, very fond of that. I like old school golden era hip hop. I like I like some of the later 90s stuff as well, when it went very commercial and bling bling, but that's a bit of a half and half. Like, a lot of it can be a bit disposable, some of it can be pretty decent. I like southern hip hop as well, like No Limit Records and Cash Money. I'm a really big fan of hip hop music. I just think it's like massively entertaining, just all the stuff that goes on in it. Tyron says UK hip hop isn't good. I wouldn't make a statement like that. There hasn't been a lot of successful artists, with the exception of maybe like Dizzy Rascal. There hasn't really been any big names that come to mind. Anyway, we've got a donation here from Night Reaper 1989 saying, "Hey X, just woke up on my mum's sofa with a hangover from birthday drinks last night. What are you up to? I am streaming for you, my friends. I hope you feel better. Be sure to drink lots of water and get some bread in you. Soak up all of that poison you got in your in your stomach." Hey X, do you like Lou Reed? I think Transformer is his best album. I've not gotten into Lou Reed. It's one of those ones I want to get around to eventually. Wasn't a fan of I Am the Table and all the stuff that he did with Metallica. That's probably the only time I've properly listened to Lou Reed involved in something. Yeah. X just became my favourite hermit with his hip hop talk, says Matageta Downgorder. I think I said your name properly. Awesome, that's good, that's good. I mean, I'm glad to be your favourite hip hop. Hip hop? Your favourite hermit. Oh, you can get me talking about music for ages though. Someone says here, do you like Dutch music? Here's the thing, when it comes to native Dutch music or like folk or something like that, I don't really know what that is, but I've got lots of Dutch music on my computer. I organise my music by country and then by artist. So I love that. I love that music is international because I like to know where sounds have come from. So I can look it up by country. I've probably got quite a bit of Dutch music. In fact, I could tell you. In fact, I think I'll do that. Jimmy Maga says you're my favourite hip hop. Awesome. I've made my share of hip hop beats actually. I should really play one of those in a pre-stream actually. I've got some where I've like picked out some acapellas and mixed them in as well, of like different rappers that I like, which was really fun to do actually. Very fun to make those instrumentals. One of the things I'm definitely going to do when I get back into it. X, what are your favourite metal bands other than Metallica? Oh man, Dimmu Borgir definitely. Rollins Band if you want to call it metal. So much, man. I could just go check out my blog. I've talked about a lot of it. I could talk about it forever. If you want to listen to Dutch music, you should try Domar, the band from the 80s, kind of ska punk reggae. That probably wouldn't be the first thing I'd choose to listen to, but feel free to tweet me it. I'll tell you what, isn't Merciful Fate Dutch? Or are they from the... No, they're from the Netherlands. I've got to look that up now. Merciful Fate. For anyone who likes, let's say, like classic heavy metal, Iron Maiden sort of stuff, and maybe you don't mind something a little bit more extreme, here's a record for you. Let's go look at, is it Netherlands on here? Netherlands? Oh, Merciful Fate aren't from the Netherlands. Where are Merciful Fate from? I don't know. I can't remember. Either way, if you like classic, like heavy metal, Dio, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and you don't mind something a little bit tinging on the extreme side, go check out Merciful Fate. Their record is called Breaking the Oath or something like that, and man, that is one heck of a good record. I'm telling you, that is a really good record. Alright, have you heard of Soilwork? Yes, I have. I used to listen to a bit of Soilwork back in the day. Right, so there's our path. I mean, I'm putting in the basics, right? Just so you know, I'm just putting in the basics. The beautification of paths will be done a little bit by myself, possibly by other people as well, if they want to join in. I hope Cleo doesn't have any plans for this yellow here. I'm assuming the yellow isn't too desirable. It might be, if she wants to remove this. If anyone wants to remove and redo the paths, absolutely fine. This path will then go through and lead over to where my bridge is, by the way. Now the question is, this is kind of in the way. I think I'm going to dig some of this away. Do you have Greek music? Captain Pickless, I do. I saw a Greek band the other day, actually, called Septic Flesh. And then they got me into this band called Macabre Omen. Yeah, I got a few... few stuff like Raven Cult, Night Rage, Rotting Christ, The Eternal Suffering. Some of these bands are from when I used to listen to deathcore, which I don't particularly enjoy too much anymore. Their band names crack me up though. Just always morbid and horrible. That's how you make like an extreme metal band. Just come up with some really morbid sound. Oh, the donation bar is broken. It's always broken. Italian music, yep, I got loads of Italian music as well. What about Eminem, says Give Me Daily Bacon. I grew up in the Eminem generation when absolutely everyone loved Eminem. And he dropped the Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP. And yeah, I'm a massive fan of Eminem. Do you like the French band Gojira, says Morgan Korn. I do. I've seen them live several times. They're really, really good. Do you know any South African music? Erlingstad. 1379. I love your name because I know what that's a reference to. Awesome. I love that show, by the way. That show is thoroughly entertaining. South African music. No, I don't think I have anything from South Africa. I don't recall putting South Africa into my archive. Oh no, wait a minute. Aren't Diane's Wood from South Africa? You like drum and bass, says the Killam. Everyone is asking me about music now. I like drum and bass, absolutely. Ever heard of Mayhem X, Rocky, Avalon? I'm a massive fan of the Mystery Storm Safanas. That album is absolutely brilliant. And they've got a few other good albums as well. A bit patchy, but A Grand Declaration of War I thought was really ambitious and pretty good record. What's your favourite Eminem album / song? Slim Shady LP, favourite song would be Role Model. I love that one. Just the whole mood of that song is so... I love his, like, the way he sort of turns on himself with his music, like, because if you look at Eminem's history, he's, you know, had a rough childhood and history of like abuse of drugs and stuff, and then in his failed ambitions to become like a rapper, which is sort of his dream, what got him there was sort of turning on himself and creating this Slim Shady persona where he couldn't take himself seriously, and he had to like sort of attack himself in some way with his lyrics, and songs like Role Model are just perfect for that. They just really bring out that kind of edge in such a strange way. I love it. Do you like Eazy-E? Absolutely, Eazy-E's brilliant. I think, in a way, I think he's sort of like one of those a little bit more forgotten rappers. People didn't realise how clever he was, or talented, if you like. X, do you like the Rolling Stones? If so, what album? I like Painted Black. I've never been able to get into the Stones, never really given too much of a try, but I have a few of their records I want to get around to one day. Do you listen to hip-hop other than Eminem? They call me Mops. You must have not been here earlier. We were talking all about hip-hop. I have listened to so much hip-hop, especially 90s stuff. I've got like a mental roadmap of hip-hop music. Do you happen to have any Finnish music? Absolutely. I listen to a lot of like that sort of post-90s explosion of European metal, so there's plenty of Finnish bands in there. I could tell you some if you wanted. The Beatles? Yeah, who doesn't like the Beatles, man? The Beatles are great. Did you listen to the Frank Kitchen song I tweeted? Freak Kitchen song? Yeah, the the Bleach song. Yeah, I listened to that. It was alright. It seemed a bit like some of the topics that they were talking about, you know, like I can't put down my phone and stop tweeting. It reminded me of the whole sort of like generational differences. Like they were very, let's say, judgmental of like how young people use media and like technology, and a little out of touch with the fact that, you know, they're old, like they're now behind what young people are doing. You know, it was all right song, but I just feel like they kind of missed the point that that's what happens. Time moves on, and they're being like basically critical old men that don't understand. That's how it came across. Defense Man says, "Bye. This stream is boring me." Fair enough. Like, don't stick around if it's not doing it for you. Okay. Oh, Stellian is also letting you guys know that I have a music blog. Since we're talking about music, let's plug that. Asuma.blogspot.com. I write about music on a regular basis. Basically, I just listen to records and then write my thoughts and feelings down. I really find that therapeutic. I thought about doing it for a long time. I did it, and it was definitely a good idea. Lesson there is, if you have ideas and you think you're going to enjoy something, give it a try. Right? If I'd have done that and then went, actually, this isn't for me, I wouldn't have lost anything. But it turns out that I really like doing that. It kind of solidifies my feelings on a record, and then like later on, even better, when you're like, oh, what was that record I was listening to a few months ago? You've got an archive, you've got like a history of what you've been listening to. I constantly use it to go look up tracks that I've like listened to over the last couple of months, and then like I might just listen to my favourite songs of the last month, and like it's extremely useful for that. Have you seen Straight Outta Compton? X says Scott. I have seen it. I thought it was entertaining, but a little bit like they glossed over lots of Dre's. You know, the violence that he was in, domestic violence he was involved with. They definitely didn't try to tell the accurate story. They glorified a lot of it. A lot of it was self-glorified because it's an epic story. But yeah, I'd say for sort of, it was more of a movie than it was a documentary or a biopic. And they definitely glossed over some things. They also made Eazy-E like kind of out to be a guy who had nothing once they left, and I don't know if that's true or not, because Eazy-E was doing his own stuff. Like, he was always looking for other artists, like Bone Thugs and Harmony. He discovered those guys, and yeah, he was always doing his own thing anyway. So I feel like they portrayed Eazy-E in a little bit of a strange light there. Yeah. What do you think about AC/DC music? Elias, that is the most... Probably when we talk about music, so many people ask what you think about AC/DC. Yeah, AC/DC are great. Back in Black. Got that when I got Metallica's Ride the Lightning. I love that record. Used to listen to those back to back with some NWA as well. Any Czech music? Johnny? I can't recall having Czech music. Let's have a look. Czech Republic. Yes, I have a grindcore band. Then Anton Dvorak, if I can say his name correctly. Classical composer. And Master's Hammer, which I do believe is like an old school black metal band. Do you like Nirvana, says Bruno? Absolutely, Nirvana are great. I'm more of a 70s, 80s kid, but I love the 90s for early house music. Yeah, house actually, its origins go back to the 80s a little bit, in Detroit. Detroit house scene. It's kind of where it starts. But 90s was a sort of explosion of electronic music, especially in the UK. There are a lot of origins for electronic sounds happening in the UK scene. In places like Brighton, like, you know, early drum and bass, early house, techno, big beat music came from Brighton, I'm pretty sure, as well. Fatboy Slim, stuff like that. It's really fascinating, especially like I'm saying about knowing where music is from, like learning music on a global level, like how things travelled around internationally and stuff is interesting as well. Do you have Norwegian music? A, B, C, E. I have a buttload of Norwegian music because I love black metal. I have insane amounts of stuff from Norway. I think on my list, like, America comes first because America is massive and it outputs an insane amount of music. England is second, and despite being a significantly smaller country, I'm from England, so I will have naturally heard about more English bands. There's also a lot of like really big and important music that comes from England. You know, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath. You know, the Beatles. Stones English? My God, I don't actually know if the Stones are English or not. So, oh, you can pronounce Anton Dvorak like Anfonin Dovrak. I think I said that properly. Yeah, so then behind England and America, I think it's like Norway and Sweden, because Norwegian black metal, Swedish music, some of you are asking about. Sweden put out, over the last, let's say, 10, 20 years, an intense amount of brilliant bands, especially in like melodic death metal. And that, I do believe, is because partly linked to the amount of music, let's say, in school that's available. I get the impression that a lot of Swedish musicians are classically trained because their educational system funds like music quite well. I think. I mean, I was half speculating, half read about it, sort of thing. So, like, let's say, like, you know, England decided to put money into teaching kids instruments, and they just put tax money into that and funded it. Then in 10, 20 years' time, there will just be better quality of music coming around, right? There'll be more educated kids that know how to put together good music, and And like that's kind of how it works, and I think that's what happened in Sweden a little bit. Do you listen to Diane Twood from South Africa? Lauren, I mentioned those a while ago. Someone asked if I had South African music. That was the only thing I could think of. Yeah, they're an interesting group. Quite like them. Colour Step, if this is not your cup of tea, don't watch. Basically, I felt like talking about this since everyone wanted to talk about it. Alright, so we've done this for a while now. We've made a layout for the paths around shops. And I wanted to do some other things, so I think we'll start focusing on something else now. But before we do that, I need to just gather my resources a little bit here and put them all in one spot for this project. Because, man, I've got chests all over the place now. Let's put down a few more torches. X while she sleeps. I think I've seen them live, but I'm not sure if I have any of their records. Actually, I think I might have one or two. I've got a lot of records. I need to sort them out today, actually. Organise them. Filling up my shelves. Alright, so anyway, where are my chests? One there, one over there, and then two in this area, plus a mule in the ground. So I think I'm just going to move it inside of this building for now. Maybe make a little basement in there. Oh yeah, the mule can't... Samuel L. Jackson. Mule can't come in here. I'll tell you what, we'll just put it down over here. So let's set up a crafting bench. Oh, just the one. Bam, make a chest. Or two of them. So someone in chat says, X, what about Italian music? I'm assuming some of you are still like tuning in and stuff because we've discussed Italian music. Quite a lot of them. Finnish as well. Yeah, I got some Finnish music. Darude is from Finland. I didn't know that. I didn't know where Darude was from. You see, I got a lot of, like I said, like the Swedish melodic music. A lot of that comes from Finland as well, a little bit. Any Australian music? AC/DC. I got a few other Australian bands as well. Pendulum. Oh, it was over here that we made the chest. Dutch music, yeah, cool. Patrick, we talked about that. I got music from all over the place, mainly probably from Europe and America. And Nobby says, what about the good old Australia? Yeah, just kind of answered that for someone else, didn't I? We got some slabs here. I just noticed that these were missing some. Put them down here. That'll do just nice. And then pick up all of this. This is mine. Swedish music comes from Finland. Did I actually say that? What I meant was the scene that I discussed earlier, where Sweden put out a lot of bands, that seems to extend to Finland as well. There is tons of like post 90s, noughties. Like melodic death metal that comes from, like, basically after the 90s there was like this explosion of Scandinavian metal, if you like. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it Scandinavian metal because it's not just like death metal. It's like extreme metal, doom. Got all this like power metal and your symphonic metal in there as well. Loads of those sort of sounds. Viking metal, pagan metal. All of it coming from that area. What about German music? Yep, got loads of German music. Rammstein comes to mind. Whenever you say German music, it's like Rammstein immediately. Alright, so these things are put aside for working on these projects in the future. We'll bring that with us, might as well. What are we going to do now, though? So, we've done a little bit of pathing. And... Morgan Corn says, Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, that's the name of our horsey. So, right, we've got a few options. Explore for wolves, which I saw that Impulse managed to do. We could move the villagers to a new area, which I've got a feeling would actually be kind of tedious and probably not the right activity for a live stream. Find a mine shaft for cobwebs, that could take us a long time. And then we've got that business board with banners. I can't help but feel like if I could just come up with a banner design or grab one quickly and make it, but that might take... Or we could make like an example banner. I think we should put down... Actually, do you know what? No, that's going to stay on my ideas list. We're going to go look for wolves. I want to get myself some pets. That's what we'll do. Right. Chat right now is just a flood of questions. German music, Halloween, and Blind Guardian. I have listened to both of those. Oh my god, it's a little fella! He fell in the hole! Yes! You fell in the hole. I wish I had a name tag for you right now. Ah. Samuel L. Jackson. That's the best name ever. I love it. I want to get some dogs just to give them funny names now. Yeah, that's what I want to do. How do you make banners with letters in survival? Oh, there are guides on them. Believe me, I've made some banner videos on my channel before. If you search Minecraft banners, Asuma on Google or whatever, you should find some of my videos. This little bit here needs digging away, but we'll leave that alone for now. Throw him some items, says John Deere. I could have done that, couldn't I? I always think name tag. Could have done that. Rocky Avalon says, what was the situation with the copyright strikes? Basically, this company called Merlin, they copyrighted a loop or a part of a song that is copyright free, like inherently. Like you can't claim copyright on it, and they did it, and they abused YouTube's system to lock out videos and then ignore, you know, or be difficult to communicate with, be unreasonable. And my videos was one of the ones that got hit, and I'm not fussed because it was, you know, an old video. What's annoying is it's when it's one coming out, you know, like today or tomorrow, because that's your income that they're affecting. They're affecting your livelihood. Whereas it was an old one, so, you know, they probably pinched a few pennies from it, but they're just abusing the system with their claims, and it's quite frustrating. We need to take probably more bones than this. We've got lots. We'll take a fair few. And we're going exploring, so we definitely need food. Sam's got our food covered. Don't worry about that. Now I'm really going to need like anything, probably not, but we'll take that in case we get in a sticky situation. Let's go. Actually, let's grab my food from the chest. And again, what about Norwegian music? It's been covered. I listen to black metal, so Norway is all over the place. In fact, Norway's probably the 3rd or 4th biggest country that I have music from in terms of like quantity of records or something like that. As I said earlier in the stream, this is why everyone's asking about music from different countries, because I organise my music by where it's from, because I love like the international lineage of how music sort of... Why am I bringing my horsey? The horsey doesn't go through the portals. Concentrate, X. Seriously, what's going on? Yeah. Everyone is asking me questions about music. Oh, you want to go? You want to go? Me and Sam are ready. Don't hit Sam, whatever you do. You hit Sam and you're in trouble, mate. You're getting arrows in the face. Oh. Pudding Kogan says, I'm from Norway, do you like Norway? Norway has some absolutely beautiful scenic landscapes. I've seen many pictures of the various places there and it looks really beautiful. X, some names for thoughts of your dogs. Bilbo Waggins or JK Growling. Tweet me them. Tweet me them. We want to have all the puns of our names. All the puns. Japanese music, absolutely. I've got a fair bit of Japanese music. Indian hip hop. Not heard Indian hip hop. I know there's a big death metal scene in India. Either way, right, we know where we're going. I was about to say where we're going. Oh, do you know, I also said I'd do a little bit of wither skull hunting. Right, there's our 2 things we're doing now. Wait, X has a review for First Aid Kit on his blog. More modern Swedish music. I wouldn't say it's modern, it's more, like, First Aid Kit's roots come from a little bit more, like, folkish era of music, like, 60s, maybe 70s. But, you know, there are modern bands doing it, so to speak. That word is funny, modern. We talked about this before. You see, modern describes a particular era in some applications, like especially in art, and the modern era is in the past. It's not modern. But the word modern that was given to that era has... It's like a word for the time, but also in language it's become a word of saying like right now, like we're living in modern times. Technically we're not. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not. That's a hard one to describe. But it's like, let's say we decided to call these times, you know, for the sake of the fact that we're streaming, we call it the streaming times. Then in the future, when no one's streaming, they call it the streaming times. It's like that. Modern was an era once, and now we use the word to describe like what's happening right now. That was a bit of a tangent. Either way, First Aid Kit would recommend them like to anyone who likes anything acoustic or folk with sort of natural singing voices. That record, Stay Gold, is one of my favourite. I absolutely adore it. It's supremely brilliant. I sing its praises. I sing its praises. There you go. X, do you like reading? Fungi for life. I do like reading. Reading gives me a headache though, which is a problem. And I haven't read a book in years, but when I last did some reading, I really enjoyed it. And I think my plans are when I'm old and not doing YouTube, I will have a list of books that I want to read. It's something to do, just not right now. Okay, so we're looking for wolves, by the way, and I don't want to spend all the time in the world. I also want to hunt down some wither skeletons, so we'll give it 10 minutes over here. Kelbutchwoo says the word is contemporary. Possibly. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of contemporary, but you might be right. I'll have to look that up, all those definitions. X, what about the ELOs? I've seen someone saying that a few times. Electronic Light Orchestra. I'm a fan of their music, absolutely. Asuma said 10 minutes ago, let's stop with the music. Please stop, all the languages already been covered. Yeah, Neil's drift. I've been trying to move away from it. The problem is you can get me talking about it for ages, and I know not everyone's keen on that sort of stuff, but you know, I'm happy. I'm looking at chat and just seeing what you guys are saying. Feel free to steer the conversation in your own direction if you want to hear some rambling from me about other stuff. So we need to get one wolf. I was just thinking, Impulse has 2, but you know, you've got to get your own to breed it with someone else's. So we definitely need to do this. X, what do you think about ska music? Again with the music. Ska's alright, never really been massively into it. I got a 2-tone record that I really like with songs like Ghost Town on and a few other classics, ska classics. British English ska, that scene. Everyone, quite a few people are asking me, have you seen Game of Thrones? Yes. Yes, I have seen Game of Thrones. It is like the most popular TV show probably at the moment. This is a lot of clay. I'm picking it up because it's a lot of clay. Alright, is that okay? I think it is. There's a big patch of clay, nice and easy to gather as well. Look at this. Just give it a little click and you get the clay. Well, we're collecting clay while we're out here as well. I don't think we're damaging this area too much. If someone will happen to build here, they can patch it up with some dirt. That's no problem. We're not digging a big hole in the ground. Contemporary is during your lifetimes. Everyone has their own contemporary. Erlingstad, there you go. Maybe it's not the right word to use. Yeah, like I said, modern was an era. There was a time called modern. I think it's different for different music or culture though. Like art has modern era, which was I think the 50s is the modern era of art, and obviously that's not now, is it? So people give names to things. You see, language itself is like an ever-evolving thing. I have no idea where the portal is if we do find something. This is a bad idea. It's hard to find wolves. I don't know the way back. Yeah, and there's piggies. What was I saying about language? So I noticed some people, like, they get all uppity when you pronounce words incorrectly or spell them incorrectly. Spelling I can understand a bit more. But when it comes to pronunciation and stuff, you know, if people all start pronouncing things differently, then the difference becomes the norm eventually. You know, the way we speak English and use it today hasn't been the same forever. In ye olden times, you know, you've seen movies, you've seen TV shows or whatever where it's like in the 1400s and they all speak to each other with a different sort of valor and way of using language and different words or way of just communicating, like the manner of it. You know, like kings and queens, when they'd eat their lunch, they would sit across the dinner table and say talk to each other while guards were present in the room. I find that really like interesting that they would conversate while there's like another group of people who are in the room being deadly silent but hearing everything you're saying. I bet you they'd go away and gossip about it. You won't believe what the Queen said today. But yeah, language just changes over time, doesn't it? And so there's some people that get annoyed when you say it incorrectly, and it's all organic. Colour or colour, says Mellow Water, using the U or the 0. I think it's irrelevant. I mean, if you understand what the word is, what's the problem? Yes, one country puts a U in it, the other one doesn't. Does it really matter? It's not like there are strict rules for pronunciation of letters. Or maybe there is. But there's all these little rules like I before E except after C or whatever, and some words you got a silent F, sometimes it's not, or things like that, you know. It's not like we've got a strict and logical lineage for our language. So stuff like that to me doesn't really bother me. Do you have any tips for someone who wants to start a YouTube channel? Absolutely. Have fun. And have fun making videos. If you're not having fun making videos, what's the point? Right, so I'm at the point now where I feel like I'm never going to find some wolves. And I think I'd rather hunt for wither skulls. And where is the portal to get back? Because I haven't really been paying attention to anything. I think it's sort of in that direction. I could be wandering for a long time at this point. I like the name X and the fact that nobody knows who you are in Equation. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. It's an anonymous name anyway, isn't it, X, you know? Oh, you have a really interesting opinion on Vaporwave music. I'm a bit shocked. M606, I cannot remember what my thoughts... I'm assuming you've read my blog on... what is the name of the record? Macintosh Plus Vaporwave Records. But I can't remember what it was I said. You see, this is the thing with being a person, is, or at least my experience of it, is that if you ask me something at one point, I can give you a different answer at a different one. Like, I might generally mean the same thing, but I could say it differently and it could sound different or whatever. So whatever I could tell you about Vaporwave right now might be different to what I wrote down. Either way, whatever I wrote down, I really like what that Macintosh record does. I like that by sampling some older sorts of music and down-tempoing it and putting it with some other beats, that you can create some really like strange, sort of soothing and different atmospheres, and that's all good. I'm all for sampling and recycling of music. I think, yeah, it makes total sense. Reuse it, make new things out of it. It's like kind of what like life is like, isn't it? Constant cycle of recycling culture and retelling stories. Kind of translates to a lot of stuff, like especially movies. You know, the new Ghostbusters, just recycling an old idea. I watched the trailer for that. I'll tell you what, we had a chat about the whole Ghostbusters and feminism thing the other day. I really, really strongly dislike a lot of, let's say, anti-feminism that I see online, but I think there might be some people giving feminism a bad name. Either way, I'm just kind of worried, because what we need is equality, and there seems to be like this idea that feminism is to gain, let's say, gain unfair equality over men or something like that, and I think that might be the fault of internet trolls or maybe some feminists who take things too far. Either way, like I get quite worried when I see that kind of hate. And the Ghostbusters movie, wow, that's a massive cave entrance. The Ghostbusters movie has become what seems like a bit of a focal point for anti-feminist hate, let's say. Because I looked at it, then I looked at the comments. There's so many people are linking the fact that they've remade it with women to feminism. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, they've just remade it with women. That shouldn't be a problem. Like, why not? I mean, the original had blokes in it. You look for a twist. You look for a way to make it a bit different. You know, you can do that. But then, Mayschool says I'm a feminist. Mayschool, I think he's joking. He's always making jokes. Someone here says feminism does not mean being more equal than man. Yes, that may be what it means, but some people interpret it differently. This is the problem with labels. Like I would never say, you know, I am a ism or an ist, because you have an idea of what an ism or an ist is, and I would much rather talk about something related to that directly than say I am one thing or another. So there might be some people even watching. There's people out there on the internet that think, you know, feminists hate men and men shouldn't have rights. You know, like there's extreme ideology. Oh, I can't even finish my sentence there. Ideas, let's say, out there. And Mayschool says feminism equals equality. Absolutely, I'm all for equality. Equality is like a one-word idea that makes a lot of sense. But again, going back to the point, I'm not saying that it is or it isn't. I'm saying that people interpret it differently, and my impression is a lot of people are interpreting it as being a bad thing, a negative thing. Anyway, because, you know, this Ghostbusters video was full of like, oh, you know, feminists ruin everything kind of comments. Now, I went and watched the trailer for it, and at no point does the fact that they're women, or maybe it's linked to feminism, really be an issue. It just looks like a bad remake, you know? Like, the jokes in the trailer fall a little bit flat. It didn't really seem necessary. I mean, I am not going to find this portal. I'm not going to find this portal out of here. Yeah, it just seemed like, you know, not a terribly great movie. I wasn't going to get upset about it. Right, if we get up here... Oh, light. That's sort of what I'm looking for, isn't it? Want to get on top of the trees and look for light at night? Can we make it from there over to there? I don't think so. Let's drop down. Anyway, I've ranted about that for... Hello! Hi, how you doing? You shot yourself. Woohoo! You are full. Bam! In your face. Right, that is lava. That is not... This is a good way to get out of here, though. Did you shoot me and then die? I think you did. It's a good way to get out of here. This is a sort of situation where we want ender pearls now, but now that it's night time, we may encounter mobs. We may also see some light. We have not seen any wolves, though. I'm just saying. I think this area is devoid of wolves. Right, so we're looking for lights as we get up high. And we're well and truly... I've been missing noises in my ear, left, right and centre. And another one just came through. I see it on my other screen. Right, we're sort of not in a situation to stop, are we? And I don't see anything. Wow, we are stuffed. Okay, so what is the plan? Maybe hide in a hole for a second? Okay, just make another portal and scorched earth or something is what someone just said. Something to do with scorched earth. Do you know what? Making another portal isn't a bad idea, I think. But we've got to find a cave. We found a massive one earlier. We've got to get down to bedrock to do that. I've got a water bucket, so it can be done. And I'm just not seeing any signs of light anywhere, am I? So we'll look for a cave, we'll hide in it, we'll go get some obsidian. I mean, here we go. I've had a little chat. It's been fun, but I wish it had been a bit more productive. The paths I know was boring for some of you, and now we're down here. I'm very tempted to mine that coal. We're not here to mine, are we? Ha, we're here to head. Although the iron I'm definitely going to pick up because we need iron. Aha, so that appears to be as far down as this goes. Right, we're probably in a safe little hole. Let's start with the downwards digging. Alright, so noises in my ear. Let's have a look because I missed some here. Daniel Ludus says, thanks for all the help recently, X. It's awesome when big YouTubers acknowledge and help out smaller content creators. Keep up the awesome streams, loving the content. Thank you, buddy. I'm not sure what I did to help. Nothing specific comes to mind. If it should do, I'm sorry. I have a terrible memory. I get very worried as well when I communicate with people because there's so many names of, like, to deal with constantly on the internet. I get kind of worried that I might forget about someone that I shouldn't do. You know what I mean? Either way, I'm glad whatever I've done has helped you. That's awesome. That's always a good thing. Let's keep going down here. Right, and then we got another one in my ear here, except we're getting no noises. But anyway, I'm reading them. Another donation here from Smolder saying, no donation, Reed. More money for X. What's this? I haven't read them and you're giving me more. That is crazy. Either way, thank you so much for the donation. Hope you enjoy today's stream, of course. Right, and another one here from Night Reaper 1989 saying, no one is anything in absolution. Every is varying amounts of everything in either positive or negative directions. Night Reaper, you're onto a great train of thought right there. Life is not black and white, it is grey. But also, we're not always on a scale of two directions. Sometimes there are so many facets to things that it's not even about, let's say, like left or right. It could be, you know, you can have three dynamics opposing on one another, you know? Or maybe you can be simultaneously on the left and the right. But that might not apply to everything. That's just another thing to think about there. Great comment though. Thank you for the donation. Hope you enjoy the stream. And catching up with all of them, another one here from Nobby saying, welcome back to another episode of Lost. Oh wow, we're at Bedrock. It literally is another episode of Lost. Now, here's where things get tricky. I need to make my way up to lava level, and then we've got to find lava, right? What are we at now? 8? We came down really quickly there. And 10 is probably... we'll go at 11, right here. No torches. Oh, no torches at... Ah! I've got no torches at all. What? That is not good. We'll have to take our one torch to get around now. Oh, okay, there we go. Is it this one here? No, it's one more up. This is like UHC. Lota, you were saying... Oh my god, thank you people. I went right past them. So many eagle eyes there screaming diamonds at me, and I'm like, you got to be trolling me. Well, there's a present, a pleasant little surprise. A present? Maybe a present? Maybe it's pleasant. Okay, so what we've got to do now... Now, who can tell me, am I correct? Is Block Sounds going to be lava? That'll do. I think that's going to be for lava, because we've got to basically branch a little bit. Oh, I need this. I need this XP for healing my pick at the moment. Oh, nice. XP galore. Level 30! We can do an enchantment if we want to do an enchantment. Adria is like, coal! Yes, coal in chat. Brilliant. Oh, coal for torches! Oh my god, that took me a while, didn't it? Thank you for the reminders, peeps. Portal at minus 12,400, you're close. Oh, I might be close. How did you get that information, Keltzia? I'd love to know. I mean, I'm assuming maybe you went and watched Wells Knight's video. He might have put it there. If you did, I'd love to just know the source. Turn subtitles on. Brilliant idea. I feel like maybe I should play with them on more often anyway. Footsteps? Footsteps? Who could that be? I guess with that we don't really need the sounds up, do we? So I'll put them all the way back to where they usually are. Do you think mending is too OP, says Legos? I don't think it's definitely OP, but I like it. You know, I'm a player who's played for a long time. The fact that it's OP ain't bothering me. I mean, yeah, it's clearly OP. It's changed the way they wanted you to play the game before. This is typical Mojang, though, you know? 1 minute they want to make repairing infinite pickaxes, because they took that out. You could infinitely repair in 1.7, I do believe. Then 1.8 they take it out, and then they put it back in again. It's like, make up your mind. It's all a bit whimsical and on a cuff, you know? Have an idea one day and implement it the next without thinking. This can get grouped up. We also got another noise in my ear. It's a donation from Smolder saying, you also missed one before. By the way, got a new car, so I'm giving out money. So you just bought a car and you're giving out money. Okay, fair enough. It's your money to spend. I think I caught them all back up. I think we read them all out a moment ago. Lava pops. Everyone in chat is saying lava pops. It is hilarious right now. It is absolutely. I think that is the longest combo of people saying the same thing ever. Right there. Just I look at chat and it's just streaming past. Lava pops. Lava pops. Lava pops. Now whereabouts did it pop? Maybe if we dig this way a little bit. Item plops. Was it item plop? Lava plops. We just saw it. We just saw it. It might be above us. It might not be lava lake level. Experience gained. Right, I think we might have to go back and turn around. Yeah, looks like it. So we'll go this way. The amount of people saying lava pops in chat is brilliant. Lava plops! Lava Pop-Tarts, says Godcrafter UK. So let's say it wasn't like at this level and it's above us, then we might want to turn upwards a little bit. So I heard it again. Now we might be digging up and into it, in which case bad things could... I have no blocks on my hotbar to block a bad thing happening. Lava pops was that side this time. Where is it? Is it down below? Is it up above? I think I need the sound as well in order for this to work. Left. I think it's over here somewhere. No, now it says right. Burp. Now it says left. Oh, it's like diagonal, I think. Right, what level are we at? 11. We are actually at the right level. Diamond pops again to the right. Man, it's here somewhere. I bet you what it is it's one little bit by itself in a cave. I'm going to say that now because we have not found anything. We're collecting resources now as well, apparently. Well, that'll do just nicely. What do you think about people watching Brits playing Minecraft to learn... Oh, that message disappeared. To learn English. I'm aware of that. I'm aware that I say words incorrectly, but people watch me and they even tell me that they learn English from me, and I'm like, I'm probably not the best person to learn English from. I reckon that lava is just one little bit in a cave, which is not enough for... Well, anyway, I had someone... I did ask for a confirmation, but, you know, chat moves quickly. Someone was suggesting they knew where it was. Can we get that again? Feel free to spam it, or maybe Estellian, if you're watching chat, if you could catch that message with the coordinates. I think maybe that would be a better idea. This is not turning out too well, is it? But we are getting, like, XP and repairing our pick, believe it or not. So that works out well. Keep my eye on chat again. What do you think about the universal language? Oh, that's been tried so many times in the course of history. It's never really worked out too well. Okay, we've got a new subscriber here on the channel. It is the Fancy Owl. What am I going to chuck? Cobble? Dirt? Okay, we've got the coordinates in chat. We're going to try it. Minus 12,400. Lava pops! The Fancy Owl, thank you so much for subscribing. Really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great time with today's stream. And since we just heard a little bit of lava around here, this might be Lava Lake now since we moved away. We'll give that a shot first. I don't think the lava is on the block sound, actually. Yeah, look, it's popping up a lot more frequently. And it's saying left. Now it's saying right. Where is it? Is it over here? I feel like the sound, the 3D sound of the game would help me more at this point. It's not on the same sound. I'm telling you, it's not on the same sound. Right, blocks go down to 40. What would it be? Environment? I should do a video telling you what all the different sound types are, right? Classified. I should learn it, figure it out, and then do a video. That would be a great little bit of information for people to digest. To know exactly where the sounds are from. Let's get some XP. And man, I could do with an ender chest right now. Also, we've got donations and subscribers coming in my ears, but we got no sounds. Man, where is this lava at? I'm getting annoyed now. Where's the lava at? Come on, give me some sound. Anyway, let's have a read here. We got Karanik with a donation saying, "Hey X, first time I've caught your stream from Western Australia. If young people look up to and learn from a person like yourself, the world could be a better place. Thanks for the endless hours of entertainment and derpiness." Thank you so much for the lovely message, buddy. I try and spread a good message where I can. I know people may watch me and be an influence, so I hope that can be a positive thing, of course. And we found the lava. Amazing. Good luck charm right there. Oh, it's in a massive cave. Do you know what? I thought skeleton going to shoot me into lava. Right, what's in this cave? It's a diamond level area. So we'll hop over in this area quickly. More iron. Ooh. Oh, it's a skeleton spawner. We've got to raid the chest. Gold as well. We are collecting all the goodies right now. Okay. So we'll dig up to that spawner from here. Oh my god, we got another donation and subscriber. Everything is happening all of a sudden. See you later. Okay, I don't want to go too far into here, but that iron needs taking. Right. And so does all of that and that. Oh my god, iron everywhere. Right, so we are collecting resources now, apparently. And then we're heading back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, so much iron. Yes, amazing. We need all the iron we can get. I still owe Iskal tons of iron. I've kept a log of how much I owe him, so hopefully this will help get us a few more blocks to slowly pay him back. Which I insist on doing. Iskal's the kind of bloke where he's probably going to say, don't worry about it. I'm going to be like, nope, you will get all of your resources given back to you. Gold. Let's let the water stream push it over here. Stay away from the skeletons. And dirty diorite, don't want it. Don't want the cobble either. Gold, that's what I want. Let's get the rest of it. Let's pop up there. So, we've got a donation here from Night Reaper 1989 saying, "Don't watch X to learn English. Watch X to learn the best English." Ah, thank you, buddy. No, my English is genuinely terrible. I apparently can't pronounce the and another one. PH and TH or something just doesn't work in my head for me. I've tried, like, some people get really annoyed in my videos and I'm like, you know, I'll get like an angry comment about it and I'm thinking, why's the first reaction got to be like a strong and passionate, you suck, you can't say it properly one? Because you don't know my story. I've had therapy for trying to say that and I can't seem to figure out in my head how to, you know, to get the two right. Anyway, the gunpowder I definitely want. We don't want an egg, do we? More gunpowder. Oh, I picked the gunpowder up. And string. String's not too valuable. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind these iron ingots. Alright, there we go. Diamond horse armour! I just realised that that's really good, because we got a horsey that might like them. Although it won't quite look like Samuel L. Jackson as much with a diamond horse armour on it, will he? Oh, I'll tell you what, we can craft that. Oh, no. We'll craft that right there. X, can you reply to this and say hi, please, says Tamariz. Hi. Hi, you. We also got a new subscriber here. It's M606. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hope you have a great time in today's stream. Doing a quick little juggle for you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, thank you for the support. Do appreciate it. We'll drop down here, lay down a few more of these. Mules don't take horse armour. You're absolutely right. Oh my god. Double farm. Double farm. Double the farm. If ever you want a string and spider farm, this is the place. Bam. More of those. Mine the spawner, some of you are saying. You have diamond horse armour. I have it, yeah, sort of. Now that's a lot of string. I want to take that now. Also the records I wouldn't mind. Oh man, there's too much stuff. And apparently I missed some gold. Turn redstone into blocks. Very good idea. Let's go back to the other one. Let's try and take a few more items with us. Gold! Well spotted, Nobby. Well spotted, my friend. Excellent. We'll take those. Oh yeah, the redstone. Yeah, redstone blocks. Coal blocks. Right, we'll do the works here. We'll do the works. Because we're going to leave in a second. We're going to leave. String and spider farm. Is that what I said? Wow. See, my brain's terrible with the stuff and things, isn't it? Is there another skeleton up here? I feel like I can hear a skeleton somewhere. I can hear a skeleton creep. Maybe there's like a cave. Yeah, there's probably a cave behind one of those walls. Redstone and lapis blocks. The lapis is not worth converting into blocks because we don't have enough of it. You see, then we might end up going from, let's say, 1 item stack to 2 if it doesn't translate into blocks properly. Now, because we've got 3 lots of coal, we're going to go from 3 to 2, so we save inventory space. But it doesn't always work out that way. Also, we're dangerously close to a full stack of iron. Right, so now we should be able to take a record and string. More string, the horse armour, we'll try and take that as well. And then we'll go pick up these other bits and bobs. Nice. Nice. Oh. Is this on the new 1.9.1? No, we have not updated to that. Apparently it doesn't play very well, so avoiding 1.9.1. Throw the 5 redstone away. How dare you suggest that I throw away redstone? I am not happy at that suggestion. I'm joking, of course. Right, so a little bit of cobble. Again, oh, that's coal blocks. The ladders aren't terribly important. Do I want to take horse armor instead of a ladder? I think I will. I think I will do just that. Okay, there we go. We're done. But we've still got to make that portal, so we're not. Oh, a bit of redstone. Oh, a piece of candy. It's kind of like that, isn't it? Oh, we can make more. Now we've got to craft more. Let's go do it. By the way, almost 2,500 people watching. Thank you everyone for coming along and checking out the stream today. Hit the follow button here on Twitch if you haven't done so. I stream every other day. Weekends in the morning. On weekdays it's more like evening in the UK time. That can vary though. That can be late or early. Where is this guy? There he is. Oh, that's the guy we heard rattling away. Oi! Oi! No! No. Alright. Oh, I can eat. That's why I weren't placing the torch. Yeah, and if you're watching here on Twitch and you don't know that I do YouTube, that is my main thing. So be sure to check that out as well. I upload videos pretty much every day. Bam. Sometimes. Whoa! Hey, you're going in the ground because there's a gap. Oh my god, this is bad for my armor. Bad for my armor. Okay, apparently we're doing a tiny bit more exploring as well. So there's some iron there, but I'm only going to take the one for a full stack. I'm going to leave the coal. We need to get out of here. We've been in here for ages. Also, Mumbo's logged on. Good morning, Mumbo. I should probably type that. Good morning, Mumbo. There you go. Defenseman says, Asuma burped. Yep. Burping is a thing you can do in Minecraft. Alright, so let's take our first bit of obsidian. Oh, we need like... Do you need all the bones? Yeah, probably not, but I don't want to chuck them away. I AFK'd for those, so... Feels bad to chuck them away. Also, I don't have the obsidian. I guess until we use it, we'll chuck some andesite over there. Do you plan on playing with Doc and Efo? I'd love to play with them at some point. At the moment, though, I think they're just doing their thing, building their theme park. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, isn't it? Hey X, what have I missed? Says Leo Cry. If you've just arrived, we've been talking about music and music from different countries. We have built paths in the shopping district. Checked out Tango's new amazing build. We have what else have we done here? We went looking for some. Oh, man, I can't finish my own sentences. We went looking for wolves. Eventually my brain caught up with me, man. I was like, what is that word? What is that word? We went looking for wolves. And apparently it takes me a long time to say that word. Right, that'll do. Oh yeah, pick up the water and that'll do. Right, let's get out of here. KZ5EE says, isn't Mumbo's RV illegally parked? Hashtag prank Mumbo. Will you wait until tomorrow's video? You'll see a little bit of something going on with Mumbo. Bam. And his RV. Do you like Metallica X, says Joe? Yes. Yes, I love Metallica. This is in the next place we wanted to go to, funny enough. And someone else has already been here. Great, let's get out of here. This looks like death. Horrible, horrible death everywhere, which I don't like. By the way, the hub is at like... Oh, it's very nearby. It's actually, no, it's minus and positive 100, I believe. So it's actually... maybe not too close. Quartz, we'll take it for the XP. I kind of don't want to leave the quartz here either. What am I playing at? Come on. My inventory is full and I just cannot help myself, can I? Right, so... Oh, there might be something up in the sky. We might see a sky path. Because that's how we sort of got over here, isn't it? That might help us get back. Oh my god, all the quartz is now mine. And all that XP. Right. Anything up in the sky? I don't see a sky path. That would be a hint. I think our best move at the moment is to move to minus 100 on this scale. So we've got to go actually in the opposite direction. Great. We've got to go back through the fortress. We've now got blazes on it. Amazing. Just what I wanted. Alright. I see a pillar, but I don't see a sky path. So let's try not to whack the pigmen. That'll be a bad day for us. Bam, see you later, Blaze. Oh my god, is there even a way out of here? Yes, yes there is. And there's a wither skeleton. Mr. Wither Skeleton. No, I'm doing this wrong. Oh my god. Quick, quick, with the looting effect. With the looting effect. Bam. What do we get? Nothing. Okay, never mind. Right, we've got to go over here. This is horrible. I hate this journey. I am not looking at chat or anything. I'm just panicking. Panicking like Anakin. Okay, let's hide behind this pillar. This pillar of glorious death. I think... There it is, there it is. That's the portal. That's the way back to the hub. Amazing. Amazing. We used our head, we used our noggin, and we found the way back. Kelsa says minus 400, minus 150 for another portal. That's not right. Well, maybe that one is. The hub is minus 100, positive 100, or something like that. Let's get some more XP. Let's also look at impending death down there. Oh, let's go in this direction again. Oh, look, XP over here. Where's that come from? Where does that actually come from? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, ghast! Someone shot! I want a ghast tier! What can we chuck? What's better than a ghast tier? Or not? I'll tell you what, I've already got that record, I'll have a ghast tier. Okay, I can hear those pesky ghasts somewhere around here. Okay, right. Right, I can catch up with all the stuff. There's more noises in my ear. I'll tell you what, you are getting shot with looting. We might get 2 gas tiers. Does it affect? Can I remember? I think I've tested that before. Yes! Did it drop? It dropped something. Let's go find out. Got to be careful with this bow on the offhands though. Yeah, because of that. Because I shoot. Right. I see the XP. Quickly, can we get the XP? Doesn't look like gas tiers. Nice, that dropped a blaze rod, but we've got enough items now. And we're back. Right, peeps, thank you so much for being patient with me there. I haven't read chat in a while. I've got noises in my ear to talk about. We were going to go hunt some wither skeletons next. I think we'll do a little bit of that, but we've got to drop off these items first. So, I'd say actually, it wasn't so bad. We sort of got some diamonds, went on a bit of an impromptu resource gathering to some extent there. X, can you explain the looting effect? Yes, I can. Basically, looting will increase the chances of rare drops, possibly normal drops as well. I played this game for so long now, it all becomes a bit fuzzy, trying to remember the specifics. But looting is a good thing, basically. Assuming you missed the 3rd spawner, in my opinion. It's your opinion. I could have missed the 3rd spawner, in your opinion. Absolutely. I don't know where that spawner would have been. Probably would have been somewhere, though. Right, so that goes in there. This goes in there. Excellent. Right, horsey armour. I mean, I'm just... these chests are getting filled up with items. I don't even know where to store them anymore. Let's at least put these ones away first, where we know where they go. Bam, all of that fits in there. Golden apple can't. Bones, I think, go in one of these chests. There you go. 3 stacks of bones. That was a waste of a journey, really. Clay maybe in... Oh, all of these are filled up as well. Look. Just all full up. I'm just going to chuck clay in there. That's where it's going to go. Wow, there's just no room for anything anymore. Now this was supposed to be reserved for like armor items and things like that, but I'm just going to chuck them in there now. Alright, we might as well keep a regen potion on us. Seems like a sound idea, does it not? Let's get a grab a stack of cobble as well. So many diamonds, many of you saying. Yeah, loads of diamonds, man. We're rolling in diamonds, right? Is this your temporary storage? Leo Cry, it is. It is temporary. What are we doing now? We're going to go into the Nether for a little bit. So, regeneration potion, good idea. I think we might take a couple of those. X, you should try the boat on ice. I should try that, but we're going to do some other things. Also, how's those leggings doing? 16 left, 16 hits. That's going to break. Let's take that one instead. Alright. You should make a slime ball shop. Golden Miru, I have no slime balls to sell. Also, got a new subscriber here. It is Smoldax. Smoldax, thank you so much for subscribing. Hope you have a great time with today's stream, and here's a little shuffle for you. Thank you for your support, and hope you have a good time, like I just said. You need more torches. I don't need any torches. We're going to the Nether. Actually, that being said, the Nether's a dark and gloomy place. Free XP. Excellent, I'll take it. You should try the lolcat language in Minecraft. Oh, that's in 1.9.1 though. Wrong one. Alright, let's head over to the portal then. Shear a snow golem's head. That's the thing you can do. You don't get the pumpkin back though. Is it possible to go into a boat with Frostwalker and then oversea? No, it's not, unfortunately. Is it possible to shoot the bow from the offhand? Yes, it is. We actually need to do that immediately. So this is dangerous, what we're doing now. Yeah, this is... Oh, that's somewhere else. Okay, let's just drop down. We're all good? All good in the hood. Right. Going to go down to that nether fortress and shoot some wither skeletons with our bow. That is the plan. Play in some random language, X. I could do that. I could play in a random language, but I would probably get confused. Right, so I wonder if the wither skeleton will pop up on the subtitles. That'd be great. Where is the fortress? Oh, maybe we have to go out a little bit further over this side. Dude, when I'm in the same net with my friend and I open up my WLAN, my single player game. Why can't he join? You need to look into something called... Oh, we'll take that. Port forwarding on your router, I do believe. Basically, you need to open the port between the two computers. And the port that you use... I've got a feeling it's randomized in the Minecraft thing. Yeah, it's something to do with that. I mean, look that up. Do a search for port opening and search Minecraft server 2 or something. Maybe you'll find a guide. Bam. You got nothing on me, Blaze. You got nothing on me. Give me your blaze rods. That's right. I can't un-aim because of dual wheel. Oh, great. Do we see any wither skeletons? I don't see any wither skeletons. Oh, I just realised how long we've been streaming for as well. Man, I'm getting like caught up in this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. X, what's your favourite? Probably now that spelling type of humour. 2. I like sarcasm. I don't know really. I don't like break down humour too much by their types, but I like Ricky Gervais. So sarcasm. I like Carl Pilkington. So like the humour of observation, I guess you could say. Like you observe things that can be humorous that other people do. I don't know. Right, let's hop across here. I bet there's lava death below. There is. I don't see any wither skeletons though. It's also kind of hard to see. And there's no sissy bars in this area. We had a lot of luck hunting wither skeletons the other day because we saw one and it dropped a wither skeleton. Sorry, wither skeleton skull. Man, this is not a great idea. Oh, is there no way? Oh, there is a little room down. Oh wow, it's one with lava. Okay. Well, maybe down here we'll find something. X, do you like dry humour? No, I like wet humour. Dry humour's alright. The official Blaze says Carl Pilkington is hilarious. Brilliant. The official Blaze. I'm a massive fan of the podcasts and all the stuff they did with Carl Pilkington. Man, that stuff just makes me laugh endlessly. A lot of Ricky Gervais's jokes from his stand-ups are actually things that Carl Pilkington said. Like the woman who was... oh my god, look at this. Quartz Paradise in here. The woman who was scarred for life at age 96. That joke is Carl Pilkington. Where he says, no, she wasn't scarred for life. he goes, scar a baby, you're scarred for life. Creases me up. Oh. Look at that. So much quartz here. What's going on? Well, I guess we're gathering some of this now since it's here. And all of this over here. The finest form of comedy is probably... Oh, I won't read the rest of that, but okay. Assume I love all your videos. Thank you so very much. Elite Hellfire, no problem at all, buddy. I'm glad that you enjoy them. Thank you for watching them. Do you watch Filthy Frank? I do not, but I know who he is. I know who he is. Idiot Abroad and Carl's Diary on the podcast is genius, says Official Blaze. Yeah, Idiot Abroad was alright. I love it. I really do think it's great, but I don't think it's as good as the podcast. The podcast for me are where it all happens. Also, the radio shows are pretty funny if you go that far back as well. Does looting help with glowstone? It doesn't, but fortune does. That's why I use my pick, because the fortune on it, yeah, it makes sure you get the full amount. Man, we get so much XP from this. It's great. Man, there is seriously like a lot of quartz just down here, isn't there? And then there's the surface up there. Interesting. Alright, there we go. Rocky Avalon says, Ricky Gervais is an anti-feminist, just saying. I don't think he is. Are you serious? I've listened to a lot of his... Whoa, hello! A lot of his podcasts to say he's never given off an anti-feminist vibe. Seems like quite a reasonable person. He's very anti-Christian though. He does have a go at the old religion. Alright. Let's quickly fill this in. Oh my god! I don't want to get set on fire. I don't want to fall in lava. I'll just shoot myself with a bow. That's better. Okay, quickly. Hold up here. A little bit of it over there as well. It seems probably going to be nether ending in this area, is it? Welcome to Nether Simulator 2016. It literally is. I never want to come here again. Get it? Get it? Because it's the Nether. Have you ever watched Bill Burr? Yeah, that name rings a bell, Bill Burr. I watched a fair share of comedians, like, you know, watching YouTube videos as you do. There's quite a few of them out there. Could you wish a better job? X. Seb Kajo. Yeah, this job is fantastic. There's probably not going to be too much better than this, right? Zachary says, what do you think is the best way to farm quartz? Just wander around in the Nether, do strip mining. Watched an old video about it where quartz spawn the most, and I made a huge 2-block tall hole at height 12 and only got 1 stack of quartz per 15 minutes. Kind of slow. Zachary, since I made that video, they changed how quartz spawn. So it doesn't spawn as frequently at the top or bottom of the Nether. Well, the top I know, the bottom I'm not so sure. Also, the problem was I made that video right after we updated to the update that had quartz when we were on the first Hermitcraft world, and our Nether for some reason was just barren of it. Like, it really didn't seem to. Aha, let's go back to that portal and we'd go right. It really didn't seem to like create a lot anywhere. And so, you know, that's why I investigated branch mining it instead. And I had a better time branch mining it than I did. But when we moved to Hermitcraft 2, and like since on other worlds, I don't know what it was with that first world, but it's been nowhere near as bad. There is a skeleton up there, we need to take care of it. That's going to be bad news. Hi, off the edge you go! See you later. So basically, the best way to get it is to run around. But if you're not the kind of player that's comfortable running around in the Nether like this, then you should probably branch mine it, you know, do what's best for you. Different reasons have pluses and minuses, although branch mining isn't safe anymore. When Dinnerbone added all those lava pockets, like, branch mining became actually quite unsafe. So, Does the music in X's stream detect atmosphere or something, says the lol XD. Yeah, this music's quite palatable though to things that need atmosphere, right? You know, or complement it. Because it's ambient music, it's soundtrack style music, it's gentler, it focuses on melodies that aren't as intrusive or loud and aggressive and bold, you know, so it generally like fits the setting, like a backdrop for something else. So that's why the music probably sounds so suited to what we're doing, because it's music that suits the background. X, the head system does not work 100%. Etho and Doc were PvPing and Doc killed Etho and it dropped Dog's head. I'm well aware of that, it just takes time to fix these things. Because I'm not a great command blocker, so it won't be done anytime soon, is what I'm saying. Waffle Jacker says the music is so soothing. It is. It is indeed. Right, let's go. Oh, I've gone through the wrong portal, haven't I? Oh! Computer freaking out. What's going on? I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the portal. Ugh. Alright, let's... Huh. Okay, right. Let's head back. I'm going to drop off my bits and bobs. Just joined, what have I missed? Everything says... wait, that was me saying everything. And now the chat message is gone because chat moves very fast. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, we've done quite a lot of stuff today. Mainly exploring and gathering resources, not of our own accord. We were trying to find some wolves, but we didn't. We also met Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel Jackson now playing on the server. Here he is. Samuel L. Jackson. Get it? Get it? Haha. It's a great joke. Alright then. Anyway, peeps, it's been a tremendous stream today. Hope you've enjoyed it. I am now going to shoot off and do some other things. We have been streaming for over 2 hours. Crazy amount of time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like. No, wait, it's not YouTube. Yeah, hit the follow button if you haven't done so here on Twitch before, and get notified when I go live. And of course, be sure to check me out on YouTube if you are here watching on Twitch and don't know that I do YouTube. YouTube is my primary thing. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you to everyone for coming along and watching. I hope you had a great time today. Thank you to all our resubscribers and subscribers, our donators as well. Do appreciate the support there. And to all of you for watching and hanging out in chat. Hope you had a great time. And yeah, hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Anyway, I'm off now. See you later. Bye-bye.